Morning, 8:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm T-Speaker222 with Dogecoin and you, and I wanted to do an update this morning. We'll start out with Matic because we had a huge in-depth coverage of this last night. So here's the deal with Matic, guys. Here's what I was afraid of with the thinly traded weekend and the low volume. This is exactly what I was afraid of if this ends up playing out just as we see. So we come down, hit support, make an M right on the 20-day and the 30-minute time frame, and then we come back up and make another hit here. And if we fail and this comes down, that's going to be your M topping reversal to hell to start this weekend. On a thinly traded weekend, that is not what you want to be seeing, guys. To start this morning, we have no volume. We had these pedestrian bounces on little to no volume. You can see it in the 30-minute, which is exactly where we're going to stay right now because I believe you have to stay in the 30-minute time frame right now to see this current pattern. I called this 100% on the... I mean, you can't even make this shit up. From up there, called the drop down, made the M right there, and called the drop farther down. I mean, this is a two-step drop I called before it ever broke down. But that M topping reversal that I said was going to form there, and did, and started, and now has dropped, that's the exact thing I was seeing is what we're seeing right now again. We could have an M topping reversal starting right here again after a minimal push up. So we need to pay attention to this entire market. The entire market is starting to show the same thing. Having a problem at the 20-day. Look at those. We're below that red line, created a sneaky M in here. And I'm telling you guys right now, if this plays out and this plays true, that's going to be a massive drop. For Doge, it could drop us down to 13.1, but if we break that, we come down to that 10.7 area, 10.6, and that's going to be a substantial drop, ladies and gentlemen. We want to take this seriously. Shiba, I'm advising the same thing with them all. Shiba, no volume, crashing price, rising price, crashing volume. That looks terrible. We've already got the M formed unless we come up one more layer, which is we need to watch, see if we do this before we come down. But if we don't, these are already forming the M. We get rejected by the 20-day eventually, and then we just come down. So on this thinly traded weekend, you better be fucking careful because this is where a lot of people lose a lot of money on these thinly traded weekends because they think they can get away with something, but don't look at the pattern. Came back down. That's an M right now if it were to pull through, and the 20-day is becoming ultimate resistance here. So let's just pay attention here. And if we're going to buy something, let's make sure that the market is actually going in the right direction. You can see it everywhere. Right now, ADA is trying to bounce over the 20-day, and it has. That's an engulfing candle to the top side, but we're going to have to see if any volume comes in because they've been pulling back down and being roasted. This could easily turn into something like that because there's no volume. So we need to pay very close attention this morning. I'm very serious. That's Litecoin. And then Ethereum. I wanted to go through this as fast as possible so you guys could see this morning. I know it's early. I'll be back in a few hours as well. I got a kids bowling today, so you know, I want to put this out right now. But again, this M coming up to the side, even if it comes up here with this pedestrian volume, you have crashing rising price, crashing volume. That's a recipe for disaster. So even if it did come up there, you're just going to roll over. I almost think it's going to do this on a thinly traded weekend and fuck everybody. So make sure to hit that like button, turn that bell notification to all, and subscribe to the channel if you're new or returning. We're almost to 1,600 subscribers. If you want some more information, join the Dogecoin and you army. We've got 45 people in there. I haven't added anybody in weeks because I need the right chemistry. But if you flow with me good, if you want extra help and you want to talk to me personally, join the Dogecoin and you army and you can be part of the family. So in conclusion, I would watch very closely on these patterns. Make sure that we break the 20-day with some confluency, especially in Bitcoin or Ethereum. And make sure these M's don't play out because if they do, these are topping reversals. And you can see it already. One that could be ahead is you had this. You had a nice little bounce, little consolidation. Now it bounced right down to our trend line. Another spectacular call on Luna. I called this all the way from the top at $103 or 100 when it was at 105, 106. It was up a higher, but I said when it got to 106 and it was about to break that. Actually, it was at 112. I called 103. Then I had it down, but this was the ultimate target after that drop. It came all the way down to the rising channel. Or, well, the ascending triangle that you could say is the rising channel, but I like to call it an ascending triangle. So, now, if it holds this, you buy support. It's on support. The problem is it created this big-ass M that looks like it wants to pour out, and if it does, you're looking at about 82 bucks. All the way down to the consolidation zone if things went real bad to 56 bucks. I don't anticipate that. I would anticipate something down here to hold. If it were to break through, and it would hit right there and probably hold. But it's definitely a chance to be in this market. Pay attention, stay blessed, and don't be an idiot.